Why would a submarine stick a skinny tube above the ocean, just to look around, when that same tube could give away its position? A periscope works because light can be redirected with two reflections, letting you see from a hidden place. It's basically the same trick as using two mirrors to peek over a wall, except here, the wall is the ocean and the stakes are survival. At the simplest level, an optical periscope is a straight tube with a reflector at the top and another at the bottom. Each one sits at about 45 degrees. Light from the horizon hits the top reflector, turns 90 degrees down the tube, then hits the lower reflector and turns another 90 degrees into the viewer's eye. Two turns, one image, delivered to someone safely below. Old periscopes could use mirrors, but submarines quickly moved to prisms, solid blocks of glass shaped so light bounces inside them by total internal reflection. Prisms are tougher than thin mirror coatings, they stay aligned better under vibration, and they can be sealed against salt spray. That matters when the top of your periscope is being slammed by wind, waves, and sudden temperature changes. But bending light is only step one. You also need to make the picture usable. Inside the tube are lenses that focus the image and control magnification, so you can scan wide for threats, then zoom in to identify a ship. Many periscopes include stabilization to reduce shake, and optical paths designed to keep the view bright even in low light. In military periscopes, you'll also find range and bearing tools, often as markings in the optics, so the crew can estimate where something is and how it's moving. The periscope isn't just eyes. It's a measuring instrument. Now the harsh part, using a periscope can be dangerous. Submarines typically rise to periscope depth, just shallow enough to put the head above water. Even then, that mast can leave a tiny wake or a momentary glint. So crews don't leave it up like a flag. They do quick scans, up, look, down, minimizing the time they're exposed. That pressure to be fast is a big reason modern submarines move to digital. Many new boats use an Optronic mast, sometimes called a Photonics mast, instead of a traditional eyepiece periscope. From the outside it still looks like a mast rising above the water, but inside it's more like a sensor tower, high-resolution cameras, low-light sensors, thermal imaging, sometimes laser range finding. The data travels down electronically to displays in the control room. No one has to press an eye to a tube. The crew can sit anywhere, multiple people can watch at once, and the submarine can record everything for analysis. Digital also fixes a huge engineering problem. A classic periscope physically penetrates the pressure hull, which means seals, maintenance, and space taken up by a tall mechanical shaft. An Optronic mast can avoid that penetration, making the hull easier to design and potentially more reliable. And sensors like thermal imaging can reveal targets that are hard to spot with the naked eye, especially at night or in haze. But digital isn't magic. Electronics can fail, cameras can be dazzled or damaged, and you're now depending on processing, power, and software. The best systems are built with redundancy and careful testing, but the trade-off is real: optical simplicity versus digital capability. So here's the takeaway: periscopes started as a pure geometry trick, two reflections to steal a view. Modern submarines kept the mast, but replaced the eyeball with sensors, turning looking into data. And now a question for you. If you were designing the next generation, would you keep any purely optical backup, or go fully digital and trust the screens?